Okay, what the hell are kids doing back in school in friggin' August? Shit like that was for after Labor Day. It used to be, anyway. I swear, this is either the first or second year I've heard of school starting up in August. It throws me off, is all I'm saying. Fuck it, I want answers for that one. I'm leaving that in. Hey! What's up? Decided to do a commentary again. This time on the first video on my most viewed of Let's Plays. Like, this video, this particular part 1 here in particular is close to 2,000 in views. I think another part is close to that as well, like near 1,800 or something along those lines. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I don't know why, but hey, you know, thank you very much. For those of you who have watched this LP and have those and are responsible for those views, please let me know why in the comments. I love getting feedback from you guys. I honestly want to know why this got so many views as opposed to some of my other LPs. I think my second most viewed is Symphony of the Night, which is close to like, I've seen that for like close to like 200, 300. Like, a lot of my LP videos don't even come anywhere close to what some of these for this particular LP. In all honesty, I don't know why. So please, if you can, let me know why. So I mentioned in the beginning that the only other LPs of this game in particular outside of my own and when Two Best Friends did it were all camcorder LPs or camera or whatever they used. And me, having one LP in the year 2013 under my belt, decided to be a dick about it. Sorry. I was trying to go for like something, I wasn't trying to go for anything humorous, I was just like calling you out of your things, and I apologize. One of you actually came in on that, like some call me Anto or some call him Anto. Hope I'm getting your name right, so I apologize to you and anybody else who was offended by those comments and actually were doing camcorder LEs. It was only after I finished the episode I was like, you know, not everyone has $200+ to get the setup I have. But again, the whole camcorder thing, like one of my favorite LPers back in the day, Lewis Prower, is still to this day using a camcorder or camera or something like that. Like, maybe he doesn't have the money I do, or the money I've saved up for that sort of thing to be able to do stuff like this the way I effectively do it. And I still have problems with that because if you've seen some of my games, some of my little tiny videos for mostly like PS3 games, it's one of the reasons I have not done a game for the PS3 consoles yet. It's mostly sticking to PlayStation 1 and 2 so far, is because the text on those gets kind of like a bit of a jumbled mess, and I can't read it as clearly. So I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like an HD thing. I don't know if it's the PVR itself. I don't know if it's my TV settings. Like, I need to change that around at all. So I need to fiddle around with the things and look into that to see if I can fix that. And if I can get out more LPs for you with the PlayStation 3. Good games for the PlayStation 3. I can do PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 3. Those come out just fine. But that was like before HD. I'm thinking that's what it is. Anyway. But for the commentary, I wanted to wait until I started doing an LP of Beatdown Fist of Vengeance, and that game in particular came up quite a few times in my comment section throughout this LP. Like three of you asked me about LPing that game, including that's Some Call Me Anto. I actually found that game in an FYE a while back and ended up taking it home with me, thinking, because I looked at the back of the box art and read it through it. I'm like, this reminds me a lot of Streetwise. I better pick this up. I better take it. So, as I've mentioned before, I went back thinking I could make this an LP because it was a game that I knew like the back of my hand for more or less. I at least beat it at least. I think as of this LP recording, it's close to like 10 times. Because of like all the practicing I did and how I do these LP videos. I'm very much a perfectionist, most as I can for like syncing up and everything. Like, I tried my best with that because and I was having trouble with that as of late earlier, because sometimes if my video goes on too long, or I think if I leave my a pog on for too long for some games, the audio and the video will desync, and I sometimes have to fix that. It's actually kept me from doing. It almost stopped the video almost completely, and I had to wait like another couple more days to actually get time to do that part again. You know, I was so frustrated with that. But anyway, I knew this game extremely well throughout, and I didn't have to look a whole lot up, except for maybe a couple of things that I leave in annotations to try and kind of close the gap if I've missed anything or whatever, just like useless stuff. Like around here, I think is where I started relying on annotations a little bit less. Maybe by the next game it came back up again, but yeah, I was dreading that what I knew was gonna bite me in the ass, that escort mission near the end where you gotta escort people. Spoilers, by the way. Hopefully you're not watching this ahead of time instead of the LP. Go watch that first, then come back here. But yeah, the escort mission, that I knew was gonna be a pain in my ass, because I don't think I've ever gotten it first try, ever. Like, even knowing what I know about that, there's still too much shit that goes on. Like, a zombie can fly into them. They take too much damage is what the problem is. Like, you'd be fine if they, like, that wouldn't be as bad if they didn't take much damage, and especially the grenades. Like, the grenades, they'll take off, like, more than half their health with just one. It just, like, it takes just, like, a couple of good shots, and their health is, like, down to, like, halfway, and you're not even near the place where you're supposed to be. It's a fucking pain in the ass. And if you fuck up, you gotta start all the way over, like, before that, too, so. Ugh. I knew that was gonna be a bitter pill to swallow going in, but it was one, like, nonetheless, I'm like, okay, I'm too far in, I can't stop now. I can't keep doing it until I do it perfectly, you know. If I fuck up, I fuck up, you know. And I'll just explain what happened, and as I did. So for those of you who were probably shitting on Two Best Friends for fucking that up, or for fucking up overall in that game, you know, cut them some slack. Like, I had practice. They did it blind. Okay, I think Wooly said he beat it, or something like that. He might have. Well, probably not in the first try or something like that, just because that escort mission, like I said, it trips up anybody, even if you don't know what you're doing. Even if you do know what you're doing. Like, I put up time in this game to where I saved up my in-game money to, like, almost 6 figures, and even on my practice run, I fucked up the escort mission. So I honestly expected to fuck up the timed mission where you gotta get out of guys burning dojo. You gotta like get the fire extinguisher and get your way out of there. That, on the other hand, that I know if you practice enough, you'll actually be able to get through it. Mostly because you can just throw dudes in the fire and deal with them that way, and just get them out of your way and get through quickly as possible. I aced it, man. My first try too, in practice and there, like, and I think I actually did better talking, because I was just like, usually I do worse, but that time I was like a little bit happy with myself, so I was feeling a little cocky, feeling a little proud of myself after that one. Like, usually I'm out of there, like, I have like less than a minute to go. I did it in like a minute and a half, I think, either in my practice run. Like, I did super well. So, and I think that took them a couple tries. Also remember what took them, like, I think even more than that, what took Two Best Friends the most time was that first stiff fight with them going guns a-blazing back and forth, and you gotta shoot each other. And because they did it blind, they didn't know what I know, and what I did is actually, you don't shoot, empty the barrel with the gun. No, that's the trick, you see. That's how they get you. You have to actually go in there and kind of fight him, close the gap basically, and try to fisticuffs him mostly. And when he's not moving, or ideally when he's on the ground, you can shoot him on the ground and do like crazy damage to him, But if he's up, you can get like maybe 2 shots off before he dodges, like bam, bam, and while he's in, quickly try to get in, start and grab him or whatever, like get the damage and close in on him while he's stunned. You're doing that your first time, you wouldn't have known that. They didn't know that. On my first try, I didn't know that. That's what I did my first time too, and I'm like, okay, this isn't working. Let me try this instead. It's like, okay, 1, 2, alright, I got 2 shots on him, I'm gonna go in and try this way. I'm like, oh, okay, this is how we do it. yeah, the guns work, but not in the way you'd think at first. Like, he can gun you down, but he'll matrix dodge most of your shit, and you can do that too, but I don't think they knew the dodge button. Like, they were like, and they were doing it on Xbox controller, so I have no fucking clue on that, so, which I've never done an Xbox. All my stuff's on, all my PlayStation stuff, as far as LPs go, it's all PlayStation. So I just remember that being a thing too, the whole dodging thing, like over and over again. Like, what the fuck's the dodge? And none of them knew. So that actually would have saved them a lot of grief if they did know what the dodge was. It would have actually helped them out in a couple of fights. But yeah, he can gun you down, and he'll just keep dodging most of your shit. So what you gotta do? What I did, you gotta throw out them quick jabs and try and catch him. Because if you catch him with one, you'll hit him a whole bunch of times, and then you can just like get the throw off and punish him that way, which he can't block for the most part. And it's hard to describe, because even that I know is not the safest way, because sometimes if you go for the grab, especially in the second fight, like, he stops fucking around and he'll start like actually trying to attack you first or something like that. Like, you would know, like, okay, I only know most about that fight. I know what's safe to punish is basically what the stiff is. Like, you gotta know, like, okay, he's doing the tackle, like the shoulder charge attack. That's really punishable. You can get a jab or throw in and just do some damage on him. It's the safest way. It's the slowest way. Even I'm not convinced it's probably it's the most effective I found. I wouldn't even say it was the safest way, because it's hard to explain. Like, I think if I tried it and actually had it in my hands and showed it off, maybe I'd still probably fuck it up, because, well, it's me. I'm just hoping I haven't fucked up this commentary yet. It's very Dark Souls. I don't know, maybe I just needed to shield the raise, or lower, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I don't know Dark Souls. God, if I played that game, oh man. No. I want to keep my sanity. Surprised Key's doing that. Jesus Christ. But yeah, anyway, I'm sorry to go on and on about someone else's run of this game like that. And I had a really, really stupid thing I wanted to do with the beginning cutscene of this game. Like, not with this game, but for something else, just for a random video of mine. Oh yeah, back when DuckTales Remastered was announced, I was going to make a response to that, like, using the beginning cutscene of this video. Like the video is going to start with me with just a blank screen or whatever. Now it's going to be like, Capcom and Disney teaming up once again? And it's going to lead to this, it's going to lead to the beginning cutscene with Cody yelling at Kyle, only Cody had Mickey Mouse's voice, so he'd be like, Kyle! God damn it, what the hell happened to your focus? That sounded like Mr. B, not Mickey Mouse, like, oh no! You gotta watch out, the stiff's gonna be mean to you! Oh, pick up that chair! See, so already you knew this is gonna be whew, the funniest thing or the dumbest thing. And the reason I dropped the idea, because I couldn't do a Donald Duck impression to save my life. It come out like I had Kyle Donald Duck, who had most of the dialogue, because I was gonna be like, I went like Cobra Commander there for a second. For the 5 of you still here, we're fucking terrified of that. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I was like, okay, no. And I didn't know if I was going to find anybody to do that. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I'll think of something else. Maybe I'll just do an LP instead. Because, anyway, Handsome Bob is going to be Goofy in that scene. And, you know, now that I think about it, I probably should have switched roles and made Goofy Kyle instead. Because Bob only had that one line. Goofy's gonna be like, I guess I could have done like, that arrogant shit sack over there's named Handsome Bob. Handsome my ass. Oh, yuck. This reminds me of that one Tumblr thing on Kingdom Hearts. I was like, I'm a Xehanort. You're a Xehanort. Should be on like the Oprah show or something like that. Like, look under your chair. You're a Xehanort. You get to be a Xehanort. You get to be From Streetwise to Kingdom Hearts, people only on Search It or Noah's YouTube, the hypest. Whatever the fuck I can think of on YouTube at the time, because if I'm not doing LPs, I'm doing something else, and for better or for worse, it's gonna be something. And I'm just hoping people look at it. Man, he really does look like Obama there. Hope no one sees this and thinks like Obama is the devil. Brr, brr, brr. Last fucking thing I need on my channel is racist white motherfuckers trying to spit on my game and spit on you. Oh wait, no, that's sorry. I've officially run out of things to talk about now. Spent half of it talking about two best friends instead of my own thing. Sorry, there's not really that much to say. I've said most of it throughout other videos. It's I think I kind of spoiled the surprises for some of this one. Ooh. I do know that the main character of this game is voice actor Trent Kaniyuga. I'm probably not saying that right at all. I apologize, but I think he did like a couple of other voices here. He does the wow, damn. Okay, I just noticed how badonkadonk fucking Vanessa is. Like you could probably set a goddamn table set of drinks on that healthy booty. Sorry. PS1 pointy PS1 tits versus semi janky PS2 badonkadonk. America, you decide. Oh. Oh good, the thing's almost over. Again, I hope all of you have stayed with me so far. If you have, you are stronger people for it, and I love each and every one of y'all. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.